Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're over 60 or planning for retirement, there's one question that keeps so many of us up at night. Will my retirement money actually be enough to last? It's a scary thought, especially with prices going up every year and healthcare costs that seem to have a mind of their own. Today, we are going to break it all down step by step using real 2026 numbers, average incomes for retirees, typical expenses, broken out by category, and a super simple way for you to check your own budget right now. No hype, no crazy investment schemes, just straightforward facts from reliable public sources to help you get a clear picture of where you stand and what to watch out for. If you've ever wondered if Social Security plus your savings will cover the bills without stress, stick around. This is for you. Let's start with step one. Know exactly what your income sources are. Most retirees don't rely on just one thing. It's usually a combination, and understanding the averages helps you see the big picture. In 2026, the average Social Security monthly check for retirees is about $2,071. That works out to $24,852 a year after the 2.8% cost of living adjustment, or COLA, boost that kicked in this year. Now, an important note, half of recipients get more than that, and half get less, all based on your individual work history when you started claiming, and other factors. Not everyone has a pension or annuity anymore, but if you do, maybe from a government job, union work, or a company that still offers them, that could add anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a month depending on what you earned back in the day. Then there are savings and investments like withdrawals from your 401k, IRA, or other retirement accounts. The median savings for retirees sits around $87,000 to $289,000 across different studies. But a common safe withdrawal rule is 4% a year to make it last. So that might mean $200 to $1,000 a month if you have got, say, $60,000 socked away. Some folks also bring in extra from part-time work, rental income, or other sources, which could be $500 to $2,000 a month. When you add it all up, the median household income for Americans 65 and older is about $58,680 a year, or roughly $4,890 a month. The mean average is higher, around $89,120, because it gets pulled up by wealthier retirees. Grab a pen and paper right now, or open your Notes app, and write down your own monthly totals from every source. Social Security statements are easy to check online at ssa.gov. That number is your starting line, your baseline. Without it, everything else is just guesswork. Moving on to step two, which is honestly where the rubber meets the road, track your real, everyday expenses. This is where so many people get a wake-up call because our spending habits don't always match what we think they are. According to the latest Bureau of Labor Statistics data from 2023, adjusted for inflation trends, the average household headed by someone 65 or older spends about $60,087 a year. That is roughly $5,007 a month. And yes, expect that to be similar or even a bit higher in 2026, with ongoing rises in housing and healthcare. Let me break it down into the main categories so you can see exactly where the money goes. These are national averages, so compare to your own life. Housing, including rent or mortgage payments plus utilities like electricity, water, and heating, takes the biggest bite at $1,787 a month. That is 36% of the typical budget. Transportation, think car payments, gas, insurance, maintenance, or even public transit, runs about $753 a month or 15%. Healthcare is next at $669 a month. Premiums, medications, doctor copays, dental, and that's 13%. But it often feels like more for folks with ongoing issues. Food, both groceries at home and eating out occasionally, averages $643 a month, another 13%. Entertainment and hobbies, like streaming services, travel, books, or golf, is lighter at $242 a month, just 5%. The remaining 18% covers clothes, gifts, household items, personal care, and all the miscellaneous stuff that adds up. Here's the key action. Track your own spending for the next 1 to 3 months. Use a free app like Mint, iNub, or even a simple Google Sheet or Excel spreadsheet. Jot down every dollar. You might be shocked to find you were spending 10 to 20% more than you imagined on those little things, like coffee runs or subscriptions you forgot about. Housing and healthcare are the biggest levers. If you need to cut, think about downsizing to a smaller place, refinancing if you own, switching to generic medications, or shopping Medicare plans during open enrollment to lower premiums. Now that you have your income and expense numbers, step 3 is to do the math. A simple check that anyone can do in 5 minutes. Take your total monthly income and subtract your total monthly expenses. If it's positive, great, you're ahead of the game, but don't get complacent. Always plan for inflation, unexpected medical bills, or home repairs. If it's 0, you're actually living right on the edge. Aim to cut back 5 to 10% to build a cushion. If it's negative, that's a gap alert. Time for adjustments before it turns into a crisis. For a smarter long-term view, use the 70 to 80% rule of thumb. Many financial planners say retirees need 70 to 80% of their pre-retirement income to maintain their lifestyle. So if you were earning $80,000 a year while working, you'd want to target $56,000 to $64,000 annually now. But don't stop at subtraction. Grab a free online retirement calculator. I'll link a few in the description, like NerdWallet's or the Social Security Administration's own tool. Here's how. Enter your current age and life expectancy, say 85 or 90 to be safe. Plug in your income sources, current savings balance, and a conservative expected return like 4 to 7% if invested modestly. Input your annual expenses or select a percentage of your old working income. Hit calculate, and it'll project if your money runs out at age 82 or lasts comfortably to 95. Let me give you a real-world example. Say your total income is the average $4,890 a month, but your expenses hit $5,000. That's $110 short every month. Over 20 years, that SA $26,400 hole not counting inflation, a clear signal to tweak now rather than panic later. These tools factor in things like 2 to 3% annual inflation, which can eat up 20 to 30% of your purchasing power over a decade. Step 4, spot the red flags that scream your money might not last, and some general fixes to consider. Warning signs include having savings under $100,000 with no pension to fall back on, relying on Social Security for 80% or more of your income since it's not designed to cover everything, carrying high-interest debt like credit cards over $10,000, or lacking an emergency fund with at least 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash or easy access. If any of those hit home, don't panic. Small changes add up. General ideas to bridge gaps. Consider delaying Social Security until age 70 if you can, which boosts your check by 8% a year, potentially up to a max of $3,800 a month. For housing, look at renting a smaller place, getting a reverse mortgage if you own your home outright. But weigh the pros and cons carefully, like fees and how it affects heirs. Boost income with a flexible part-time gig, like consulting in your old field, driving for Uber a few hours, or even renting out a room or your garage. On healthcare, explore Medicare Advantage plans that bundle extras like dental, shop for prescriptions through GoodRx, or tap into HSAs if you still have one. And always factor in inflation. At 2 to 3%, your $5,000 today feels like $3,500 in today's dollars after 20 years. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Wrapping up with my take and your next steps, the reality is the average retiree is scraping by on about $58,000 in annual income against $60,000 plus in expenses. It is tight for many, especially in high-cost areas, but millions make it work with smart tracking and tweaks. You're not powerless here. Start tracking today, cut the waste, maximize every benefit you qualify for, like senior discounts or utility assistance programs. Here's your action plan. Number 1, list out your exact income and expenses this week. No guessing. Number 2, run the numbers through a free calculator. Links are below in the description. Number 3, reach out to the SSA at ssa.gov for your personalized statement, or find a fee-only fiduciary advisor through sites like NAPFA. They charge flat fees, not commissions. What's your biggest worry right now? Is it housing costs, healthcare surprises, outliving your savings, or something else? Drop it in the comments below. I read them all and might cover it next. If this video helped you think clearer about your budget, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend who needs it, and subscribe for more no-nonsense retirement real talk. We're in this together. See you next time. This is not personalized financial advice. Always do your own homework and consult professionals. Full sources and calculator links in the description.